Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK Journey video. So I am coming at you with my 2-day-old account on a new H server just to kind of get an idea of how the beginners basically progress in 2026. And we're going to be making a beginner's guide for new players who want to start AFK Journey and basically all the tips that I've followed in the last couple of days. And to show you my overall performance, I am currently rank 4 in terms of AFK stages. I'm completely free to play on the account, by the way. And then in Dreamdelve, yesterday I was actually rank 4. At the end, at the reset, and even today I'm rank 4. So yesterday I was rank 4 at reset, King Croaker, and today Necro Drake, and I'm also currently rank 4. Okay, so what have I learned about the new beginner progression in AFK Journey compared to when I played, which was like almost 2 years ago? Is that now a lot of it is going to center around Homestead, and you will want to follow your new Dreamdelve basically event quest log, because you get a lot of rewards by doing this, as well as this essence. Hero essence is the main bottleneck resource for leveling up. Like, I have so many manuals, like EXP manuals to level up, but I have no essence, and that is really the gatekeeping factor. And then also when you do complete your different milestones, you're going to get copies, you're going to get artifacts as well, but you're going to get copies of Aurora as well, which is really important because she's actually a really important hero to be using. Like, I'm using Aurora in almost all of my AFK stages. She's legendary right now. I'm using her in arena. I can show you my arena ranking as well. Like, I think we were rank 9 before I checked. Now we're on rank 10. I use her in my arena team because she's a solid hero, decently solid hero in PvP, and I'm been using her in Dreamdelve as well. If we take a look at the teams which did the best for me, definitely using Aurora. And actually this team is kind of funny because it's similar to a team that we're currently running on global server. The top global server team for Necrodraken is Aurora, Zanie, well, not necessarily Zanie, Floribel Aurora type comp. And so for a beginner as well, pretty good solid heroes. So some heroes which really blew me away with their performance, those are the ones I want to talk about. You guys can see my account and which heroes I have like built up right now. So Zanie has honestly really been a beast for AFK stages. You use her basically just as that tanky front line with her towers, and the towers also output a pretty high amount of damage. I'm using her in my PvP arena team, I'm using her in AFK stages, I use her in Dreamdelve. Overall, Zanie has really surprised me by how useful she is for a beginner player, even at those low copies. Galahad as well, really surprising. You see a lot of AFK stage records are actually using Galahad, not even Mehira. I used to think, you know, Mehira, for quite some time, even for new beginner players, Mehira teams, Graveborn teams like Cal and Mehira, Damien were really strong, and even right now they can be fine, but Gala is kind of being used more frequently for AFK stages, and so building her up is really going to help you for that, and I'm using her in arena as well. Solise is used a fair amount, like she's used in some AFK stages. I use her sometimes in Dreamdelve. Honestly, I do think she's important, but I think she's probably going to become more important as you get more progressed into the game, and like you're really then formulating the meta team comps for Dreamdelve and things like that. She's still good, definitely, and I do use her like when I need that additional healing. But like Valara also kind of does that job. Hugin is used a lot in AFK stages, and also I'm using him in PvP. I use him, yeah, those are the main two areas. Dreamdelve, I don't really use him. And then the other heroes here, as you guys see. So what I did find was really important is to try to get one copy of your major key heroes for your account. That's really important because even at one copy, heroes are quite usable for a beginner account standpoint. So what I'm doing right now, I really want to get a copy of Damon. I wanted to get a copy of Damon there's only a 2-day-old account, so I can only say for 2 days. But like for quite some time, I've wanted to get a copy of Damon. I have him on my Epic Recruit. I have him over here. I haven't got a Damon copy. I haven't gotten a Pandora copy yet. Like, all of those would be helpful. Pandora for PvP mainly, but there are some AFK stage records using her, and Damon used quite a lot as a tank for AFK stages. Even at one copy is really good. Faramor really surprised me. Even at low copies, Faramor is putting in work in AFK stages, and Tilaya as well. Like, my 1 copy Tilaya, my low copy is Faramor. Sometimes they are in the record stages for AFK, and they're one of the only ways I can actually clear it. Because Tilaya just still has that massive shield, and Kordan as well. I've used Kordan a fair bit in AFK stages, and eventually he's going to be really good for Dream Realm as well. So Kordan, a really solid hero, and you guys can see my wishlist here. These are basically the key heroes I'm prioritizing. In Grade 1 A levels, I'm still prioritizing Bonnie, because Bonnie is kind of a beast. I haven't used her that much in AFK stages, but for Necrodrake and Boss Day, the debuff that Bonnie put on the boss, that was the only way I was able to survive. If you guys see the difference between like Solise versus Bonnie, look at the score difference. And even to kill this boss on hard difficulty, I needed to run Bonnie. When I was not running Bonnie here, you guys can see the team would just wipe too quickly. The Bonnie debuff is really helpful, and so like overall, Bonnie just a really solid hero even to be building up and investing onto your account. So, what else is going on a new account, and what did I find kind of overwhelming? Well, it is actually all the starter story, because if you guys go into the world section here, for a new account, because so many seasons have passed, and then the starter story as well, if you want to collect all of your rewards, what you actually have to do is you have to complete the entire starter story. You're going to get a lot of diamonds along the way, and then you go to your peaks of time, and then you do all 5 of these peaks of time, clear all of those story content. You're going to get a bunch more diamonds by doing that, and summons and epic invite letters and things. And then you go into the actual season. So I can actually follow the season, Tower of Memory season story quest right now. However, I can't use those artifacts because I've unlocked the Mana Wake spell, but until I've like completed Dreamdelve or something, or reached the AFK stage 1125 or whatever it is, I can't actually use any of the seasonal content. So this artifact is basically there's no use to me right now. So, but you can do the story progression and you can get the rewards and things like that. So, I mean, it is interesting, but like, honestly, if I had to give an advice to the developers, what would make my life a lot easier and maybe make me even want to continue, because I'm playing this account basically just to make a beginner's guide and to get a feel for what is the early game progression like. And I'm going to show you some AFK stage records, my replays and stuff. Don't worry, we're going to show more content, but basically, I think that, honestly, it's fine if you want to play through all of this and enjoy the experience. However, I think there should also be an insta-clear button giving you all the rewards for these 5, past seasons and even starter story. And then you don't have to manually walk through all of it and clear it. Now, I don't know if this is ever going to be possible because I understand that, they don't want to maybe take away from actually progressing through the story, but there's no way I'm doing this on an alt account. There's no way I'm doing all of this, and so I'm just skipping out on the rewards basically, and then obviously eventually you're going to be a bit behind in terms of character progression, compared to other people. So yeah, and a lot of it focuses on Homestead for the Dreamdelve and the quest log, which I'm fine with. Honestly, it is a little bit tedious and grinding, especially also filling out requests and wish points and things like that. But, I don't find that as much of a problem. It's just mainly that, I don't want to do all of that content. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you. I sent a bunch of replays. I bombarded this person with a bunch of replays because they were, offline at the time. But basically showing you the different AFK stage teams that I was running in these different various things. So here's an example of Faramor. Even at these low copies, teams like this work really well. Aurora works really well at low copies. Faramor can work well at Theodore. And you're basically going to see, this is a Shakir Igor stage, which isn't easy. Basically, though, the plan was Faramor manages to kill the Shakir. So the strategy is your unicorn from Aurora and Faramor, they just kill the Shakir before or right after he finishes ultimating, and then you just clean it up from that point on. So, yeah, you just pop him before he ultimates, and then you just clean it up from there. So, Faramor was surprisingly good, even at low copies, and it's something I wasn't really expecting. If we take a look at some of these other replays to show you some other interesting things. So, on this replay, Tilaya, like I was talking about, of course, Valara, Gala, I was kind of predicting to be good even at lower copies, but Tilaya, at lower copy is very interesting, you're going to see, because she has that shielding. Again, another Igor, Damien stage. All these replays I'm showing are basically stages I was a little bit stuck. And then maybe I made some changes to the record formations, added my own heroes, or I just tried to copy something at a lower level, and it eventually worked. But yeah, you see, look at Tilaya, right? If her shield cannot be penetrated, she's basically gonna be that frontline tank which cannot go down ever. And she can just clean things up. Like, her damage is lacking, obviously, but she can tank out that front line. And that is really kind of an interesting thing. Yeah, but like, if Gala went down here, definitely you wouldn't have the damage to do anything, but he just kind of shows you how Tilaya is working pretty interestingly even at low copies. And then over here, this was like Kordan. Kordan also really interesting because if there are grouped up enemies right towards your front line, then Kordan will put his hunting circle and like basically everyone is protected. We're protected from all this range damage because that's what the hunting circle of Kordan does. It reduces the range damage taken by, I believe, 60%. And so like it has a lot of protection within that area. And yeah, so this was again a difficult stage. It has Cisia, it had Muriel, who can be a little bit challenging, but was made easy work of it with a team like that. And let's see the most recent one. So another Faramor, even at low copies, another Faramor Kordan team combo. This was against a Valen. Valen can be challenging, quite challenging, yeah. Yeah, Valen is, and Leica as well, Valen, Leica, because once they get their ultimate, they sometimes fully nuke you, but if you can kill, you can nuke off, pick off the Valen before he casts ultimate, then you have a real advantage, and that's basically what happened here. But yeah, you guys basically see, even at low copies, certain heroes are working out really well, and if I just again show you the heroes that I have, these would be my recommended ones. Like, most of the heroes here, they work really well, even at the low copies. Yeah. And that is basically it. Shadewing, I haven't really used that much at all. And I didn't, like I told you, I still feel like maybe Velka and Bonnie might be better priorities for newer accounts to build up first. Shadewing, we know, is really doing well in Dreamrealm currently pre-end this meta, but I don't know how long lasting that is. And Velka and Bonnie are just really solid heroes, so that's why I'm kind of prioritizing that. I did get one copy of Kallen. I used it for a bit, and also for, like, you know, the towers. So here's the other thing. Legend Trial Towers are really, really important because this is one of the key ways you're actually going to earn more of that hero essence, which you are gated by. Like, look at this 500 essence at every 10 stages. And that is really, like, that essence, that basically is like literal gold for a new account because if you look at my heroes, the reason, look, I have so much EXP books, but I have no hero essence. And especially free-to-play players are going to run into this problem. Really, the only way to get the essence is from your AFK rewards, your instant attempts, and various things like that. There are other things like, you know, Labyrinth, but I've already done them. Like the first 3 stages of Labyrinth, the first 3 difficulties, they give you this season, this hero essence as well. But then they stop giving it out from there. So it's mainly Legend Trial, and then, of course, there are various other areas like Noble Path and stuff like that. But it's very limited. And yeah, one other way is a Dreamdelve event. Yeah, this does give it each time, you know, you get to that higher resonating level. But like, I'm already stuck getting to the resonating level. So like, you can't get this until you already break your resonating level cap, right? But yeah, eventually it will add some supply of that, but that's basically the thing, right, that I want to talk about. Legend Trial Towers are important, so getting 1 copy of key heroes for Legend Trial Towers, that is a pretty important priority. And if you take a look at what's going on right now, for example, my wishlist status, I mean, what I did for Lightbearer, and I'm totally fine with what I did here, because like, these other heroes, they're not even going to help me that much in Legend Trial Tower, so I just kept the big 2 heroes, Zanie and Hugin. These are the big 2 A-level heroes right now. There's no question about that. And for the S levels, I'm trying to get 1 copy of each. I haven't gotten even 1 copy of each. I did want to get 1 copy of Siren, maybe even 1 copy of Perseus. Perseus is used a fair bit in Legend Trial Towers, even at 1 copy. So like, Perseus is another hero that might want to be considering the 1 copy. For Maulers, there are quite a few good options of 1 copy, definitely Brutus and Mikola, but like, there's so many good Maulers you need to build up, and like, Gala is getting a lot of value right now, even Smokey, so that's why I just kept them and trying to build them up. For the A-level Maulers, like, I guess I was fortunate to hit them just in random pulls and things like that, or like Soul Sigils, those purple things, but I decided to, you know, focus on Kruger rather than upgrading Coco, because it really seems like now with Solise, you have like that damage reduction potential. You don't need Coco as much for Dreamrealm. You can just use Solise instead. So that's basically what I'm doing. But sometimes Coco is used even in AFK stages. But even at that low copy, she's basically getting the job done. For my Wilders, this is a tough call. However, I feel pretty confident behind this decision, which is that Valara and Solise. Because Valara definitely, there's no doubt in my mind that Valara should be the hero you keep on your S level wishes. And Solise I was doubtful about. I thought maybe Ravion, maybe even Iron. However, I think Solise is more solid overall. She's gonna have the good AFK stage use as well as Dream Realm use, and even PvP use. So like overall solid hero and kind of good everywhere. And that's why I'm choosing to keep her here. A level, it's definitely Theodore and Faramor. You know, you're picking up some other copies. Like sometimes I see Almas, one copy, or even Pris in Legend Trials Towers. However, I mean, we do have enough heroes to actually get the job done, especially because we have S level Wilders as well. For the Graveborns, one copy of Thorin is useful for King Croaker boss. That really helped me yesterday. But Damon is also really good. One copy of him will really help you for AFK stages, so that's why I'm trying to get one copy of him. And then I might just build him up. I might get one copy of Ludovic, or maybe skip that and I might just build up Damon and Shmira. I'm trying to get more copies of Shmira in A level, as you guys see. So that's basically what I wanted to talk about in this video. It has been a fun experience playing on a new account and learning the new basically progression path now that we have Dreamdelve and things like that. You also do have like whatever events are going on currently. Like we have this Emberlight Banquet. I didn't realize these events go for even like day one old accounts, and so I had to catch up and do that fishing, but luckily there is a pretty good catch up mechanic. Like you're automatically boosted to the highest fishing assist level. Like we're already at Supreme, even though this is like a 2-day old server. So yeah, I mean, overall, I have enjoyed the experience. I'm definitely not going to maintain this account long term or anything. I may do in the future, like at different time periods, newer, like starting a new account fresh and seeing how the progression is looking, if there's any differences, any changes. But one thing I have to say is Mehira is big. And I really think one copy, this solidifies in my mind that one copy of Mehira early on is your first Celestial Hypogean hero. That is what you want to do. Because if you take a look at the record formations, yeah, I can't believe I'm waiting for so long to talk about this. But yeah, Mehira is used a lot. And a lot of these low level clearers are using Mehira. Somehow this guy cleared it with basically the same levels I'm at. Like, he's basically exactly matching the hero investment I have. But, like, I've tried this multiple times. It's honestly not working. The Valen, Leica combo, and, like, you know, Zanie just gets nuked right at the beginning. Okay, I'm not on auto, but, like, yeah, this is really tough. But basically, Mehira is really useful at that one copy, that crowd control from the beginning. It buys enough time, it really does, for you to get started, get maybe even nuke off one enemy, and then you have that huge advantage and are able to clean up. Yeah, I think really the problem here is you need to kill the Valen before he uses his ultimate, and like, unless you get that perfect chaining of stuns with your towers or damage or something, it's not really gonna work. Yeah, but Mehira is seen a lot. You're gonna see Mehira, even Zandrok. One copy of Zandrok would be useful to get, and honestly, I might prioritize that. Like, swap out the Smokey for one copy of Zandrok, because I didn't even realize how much Zandrok is being used, but I definitely realize how much Mehira is being used. Right, Mehira is being used a lot. Yeah, so that is basically what I have to say here. And the thing about a free-to-play account as well. You can't even unlock the Stargaze station. I'm on day 2. I need to recruit 400 times, and we're getting close. We're 379. So, like, definitely by today, it will be unlocked, and then I can go all in trying to get Mehira. And, like, just from free to play, we've gotten 17 Stellar Crystals so far, which, I mean, I still need to get insanely lucky if I want to hit Mehira. But Mehira would be a great upgrade. And now, why is it so important to push AFK stages? Well, you do get these season training manuals, which is important earlier on. But now it stops giving you season essence. I don't even get it. I don't get why they stopped giving season essence. This was giving season essence up until like 300 stage or 350. I don't know. But now all of a sudden it just stopped. And I find it weird. But anyway, the progress still helps because it gives you equipment. Like, you know, like here we're going to get 130 random pieces of equipment and quite a few, like maybe 8 different random pieces of 130 level equipment. And equipment is major for your account. Like, it's as important as your resonating level basically. And like, obviously you can forage it yourself, but that uses resources and you're really limited on gold as well. As a new player, I don't get why there's such a gold restriction. Like, I'm going to show you something here. Like, leveling up these artifacts in total, each artifact took over 500k gold to level up. Like, I couldn't even level up another one if I wanted to with the current gold I have. And like, also then leveling up your heroes, it costs gold and things. So like, gold is still kind of an issue for newer accounts. And I don't understand why gold is still something that we worry about at all. But yeah, like, Mehira will be big, and I think definitely she should be the first Celestial Hypogean you get. Then after that, you can keep going for the twins and get extra copies of them. But basically, guys, I just wanted to update you on my progress and also the tips and tricks I've learned based on playing from a new account. And now, obviously, this experience I've had will carry over into more guides I make. For example, wishlist guides, more beginner focused guides, because this has really given me a clear picture of what is kind of needed for that new account. Really, those heroes which work solidly even at the low copies. But then of course you want to keep those key heroes onto your wish list and get them ascended, because the ascensions are gonna be big. Like, you know, big breakpoints in terms of power when you do get your key heroes ascended. So like I said here, like one copy of Zandrock would actually be really useful. Probably even more important than one copy of Brutus. It used to be Brutus who was really important for AFK stages like a couple of years ago, even at one copy. But now Zandrock seems good because he gives that health to your entire team right from the beginning. He gives that movement speed. It's just overall kind of quite a good amount of utility. But yeah, for a free-to-play player, it can be really tough to get those one copy of those key heroes you want, and it kind of does come down to luck, or it comes down to, are you going to put in the grind and the effort to just clear all of this story content? Because there are so many rewards. There are so many rewards to pick up by completing all of the story content in the peaks of time. Like, so that's why, yeah, but at the same time, for someone who's already played through all of it, like me, there is no way I'm doing it again. Like, it's just way too much of a grind. So that's why I feel like if there was just an instant clear button and collect all rewards button, I would be so happy. I would probably continue to try to maybe even maintain this account. I don't know. Maybe that's still, there's still a lot of grinding that has to be done, right? But that would make your life a lot easier. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. That is going to be it for this one. If you have any other tips for new players, feel free to share them in the comment section. That is always much appreciated and can help others out. Thank you guys all so much for watching. And if you think about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight store. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus dragon crystals on your purchase. My affiliate link is in the description of this video in a pinned comment, and you can actually bookmark this link in your browser, and whenever you're planning to make a purchase, just return to the bookmark link and make your purchase. It will support me and be greatly appreciated. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video, and until then, everyone, peace out for now.